It's the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the New York Yankees. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shabby. All right, partner, ready to go. Always a pleasure to get things started with you on opening day.
Well, Happy New Year, buddy. And anyone that's involved in baseball, even though it's not January 1st, this is the start of a new year. Every team has playoff hopes. I love this time of the year. I'm excited to get things going.
And now,
opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Just about set to go. Today's starting pitcher, Bob Gibson. Not the best results a year ago, looking for better this season, Chris.
Yeah, and I think this guy understands that if he doesn't make quicker adjustments and show improvement, that the patience that his manager has will not last as long as it did last year. So we'll see if he can get off to a great start. Perhaps the work that he did in the offseason will show good results early on. But he's got to get out of the gates going strong, or else he may find himself in the bullpen or back in the minor leagues.
Christian Yelich, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
First pitch, 305.
That one finds the zone, and the count even 1-1. Between his size and his fastball, Bob Gibson probably was considered one of the most intimidating pitchers of all time. Way out front for strike two.
Yeah, just his demeanor out there on the mound. It was all business, and didn't talk, fraternize with the other team. And
this one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Gone. The first batter of the game leaves the yard, and they jump out front. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
And now, Robin Yount. Popped foul out of play off to the right.
Seemed like if you take a big swing off of Gibson, you better make contact, because if you swing and miss, the next one's probably coming up near the shoulder.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here on opening day. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike two. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nope, that's foul.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Pitch misses, and the count is 2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where pitchers would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
One run across in the frame so far here in game one of this 3-game set. Next offering upstairs.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
It's a strikeout, but they'll be in good shape if they make their outs as difficult as that one. Those grinding ABs take a toll on a pitcher as the game goes on.
Paul Molitor, batting with one down, takes a strike. Gibson, when you talk about his skill set, he stops teams from getting hits. That's the thing that he's so good at. He's just really difficult to get base hits against.
Well, he's got power, and he has a reputation of being a strike thrower. So, to his advantage, he can expand the zone. He can throw that fastball slightly above the top of the strike zone to get hitters to chase. He can also break it off because when you're geared up for good velocity, it's hard to stay back. You have to make a decision really early.
One out, base is empty. He swings and fouls one off. So what's the approach from an offensive perspective against a guy that doesn't give up a lot of hits?
I think you just kind of have to lean out over the plate and take your base. But seriously, you just have to try to shorten up. I think guys choking up on the bat a little bit to have some more bat control, be a little bit quicker, and don't get greedy.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Prince Fielder. Just missed. 2 outs, base is empty. The next pitch misses, and the count now 2-0.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side, or the fans better look out in the stands.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. That one fouled off. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 outs. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Downstairs, and that's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
And now here's the veteran DH, Richie Sexson. That one off the mark. Ball 1. Fielder, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Well, he gave up the home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
Outfield playing straight up now. And the slider just misses. Strike on the inside corner.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
That one finds the corner, and it's a full count.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Tough start for him so far. Already at 30 pitches here in the first. Good job to fight that one off. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
And now it's William Contreras. Misses off the plate, and it's 1-0.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
Next offering is in for a strike.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Not even close there. And the count 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
The 2-1. There's a swing and a drive. Mantle on the move. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. And a run comes in to score. So 2 down. Up now for Milwaukee, Ryan Braun. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. Out to short, Jeter. Throws to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Brewers 2 and the Yankees nothing. Back now in the Bronx. And today's starter, Freddie Peralta. Singing, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
Well, last year, kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out. And not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
To third. Zips it across. 1 up, 1 down. Here's the opening day lineup for the Yankees. And Chris, after they came so close in 2024, there's a hunger to reach the mountaintop this season.
No doubt about it. This is a proud franchise, Boog, and they've been in the postseason all but 5 years of this century. They haven't won a title, though, since 2009, and that's the second longest drought they've had since first winning it all in 1923. So the pressure to go all the way just keeps building.
And the 0-1. Swing and a ground ball, and he punches one right back up the middle. That's what he does. Great contact. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And up next for New York, Babe Ruth. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
The Sultan of SWAT, the King of Crash, the Colossus of Clout, Babe Ruth.
And the right-hander deals. Swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
Man. And at first, 1 away. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go.
One ball.
There's a ball. Throw. Save.
2-2 the count.
Jeter, the runner at second with one away. In the air, left field, down the line. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Lou Gehrig.
So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Lou Gehrig. Fouled off left side. Runner at second, 2 down. Going to count 1-2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Second inning coming up in the Bronx. It's the Brewers 2 and the Yankees nothing. Back in the Bronx, new inning getting started. Up now for Milwaukee, Jackson Chourio. Chourio in his 2nd season in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was born in Venezuela.
Ball inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And a foul ball.
Two balls, 1 strike.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Anthony Volpe will hit next. That's in there. 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boog, he's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players question the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
No,
And he beats the throw. He's saved.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. And now it'll be Christian Yelich. He's already homered in this game. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. And that one fouled off. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Stepping in, Robin Yount. Fastball for a strike. Volpe leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Cut on and lifted in the air, Williams. And that is that. Milwaukee leaves 1. They're up 2-0. Back here in the Bronx, and we talked about expectations this year for the Yankees, but we haven't brought up their trip to the World Series last year.
Yeah, they had the most wins in the American League and won their first pennant in 15 years. Hard to believe that, huh? It's tough not labeling that type of a year as a success.
And there's a ball. Dodgers versus Yankees in the Fall Classic. It doesn't get any better than that, Singy.
Yeah, and a lot of people across the globe watch those games, not just in the United States. And we won't forget that World Series for a long time.
Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And now George Brett. First pitch just misses.
I remember when all the eyes in baseball were on Brett as he chased the magic 400 mark in 1980. Didn't miss by much. Finished at 390.
And another ball. The season Brett had in 80 was out of this world. Led the league in average, slugging, and OPS. Now one missed.
And Brett was at the 400 mark with only a couple of weeks left in the 80 season. It looked like he was going to do it.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Volpe over to second, on to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So digging in, Bernie Williams. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
And now 1 and 2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Two outs. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 1-2. And that one missing low.
2-2 the count.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Yanks held in check. They trail it here 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the third baseman, Paul Molitor. Gibson back to work. Splits the plate, and it's 0-1.
Well, these Brewers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then buried that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Fielder in the box now. No balls and a strike. And that one fouled off. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. One down, base is empty. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
Digging in, Richie Sexson. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. That'll fire up the dugout, and they add to their lead. It's 3-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. William Contreras doubled his first time up. And it's fouled away. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here on opening day. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Picks up strikeout number 7. Another run for Milwaukee with the homer. It's now 3-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Bottom of the inning.
Leading off,
stepping in for the Yankees, Jorge Posada. And here it comes. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. There's a strike. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Swung on, belted. That's back there. Gone into Monument Park. That one landed amongst the legends. All muscle to center field, and they close the gap. It's 3-1.
That swing just injected more drama into this one. I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the last half of the 3rd. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Up next for the Yankees, the
So the
17th,
lineup flips
Tony
over. Tony Gwynn getting
Gwynn.
ready to hit. Grounded out his first time. Late with the swing there. You'd be hard-pressed to find a better contact hitter than Tony Gwynn. The ball basically stood still for him. If it's near the plate, he'd get the barrel on it. Line drive. Fair ball. Around first, digging for two. Throws to second. Not in time. He's safe.
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
Here's Derek Jeter down with a runner in scoring position. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That missed by a lot. And that's ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
1 out and a runner at second. Jeter watches that pitch, miss the strike zone for a
2
ball.
balls, 1 strike.
Swings through that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one misses. And now 3-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Gwynn, the runner at second with 1 away. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first
The
base
batter,
open,
number
walk not a
3.
bad thing.
Designated
He's set up
hitter,
a double play
Babe.
opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
Ruth.
First and second, 1 out. Now at the plate, Babe Ruth. And that one fouled off.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
2 on, 1 out. Just missed.
Ball 1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
1-1.
Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move. In the dirt. No throw. Double steal. They're both safe. And the runners will move up. Second and third here. 1 away. And that is out of play. Lou Gehrig in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And they're all loaded up.
A great back and forth in that at bat.
The first baseman, number 4.
Really close
Blue.
pitches, and somehow Boogie
Yeah.
found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Gehrig, the next to hit, takes outside.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
And another ball.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
And that misses. And that's ball 3.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Fought off foul.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Goes down looking. Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle.
Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
And takes low for ball 1. So they're all loaded up with 2 outs. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back. Gone! Grand slam! Oh my! It's their second home run of the inning. It's 5-3. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. One big swing, and that turns the tables on this one. And when you come to the plate with the bases loaded and you've got some pop, you know it's hard not to think about the chance to hit a grand slam. And that could be a trap sometimes, but not right here. He sees the opportunity, put a great swing on it, and now they're working with the lead.
Now a chance for George Brett. Ball 1 there. That misses, and the count is 2-0. Peralta maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Flashes the leather on the running catch. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this. Back for more from the Bronx as we go to the top of the 4th. Here's the center fielder, Ryan Braun. That misses the zone. 1-0.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one hammered way back there and out of here. So he blasts one out the other way. His first homer of the year. It's 5-4.
It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. The slight opposite field into the gap, man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
And the batter now, Jackson Chourio. First pitch, and he just misses. Nobody on, nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. And that's in for a strike. And misses inside.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
That one missing inside. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
The second baseman,
at the plate, Anthony Volpe reached on an infield single his first time. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
There was a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And a swing and a miss. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and just like that, they're out front. It's 6-5. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
Next to hit, Robin Yount. That's in there. Strike one.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. Still only 1 out here in the inning. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Committed to that breaking ball just a little too much and couldn't pull the bat back in time. You know, once you get it going, it can be so tough to stop the momentum with that barrel. Good pitch, had him fooled.
This one smacked out to left center. Reaching try, but can't bring it in.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Move to first. Molitor back in standing. And now it's going to be Prince Fielder. Got him to chase one upstairs there.
The count.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
Molitor off of first with 2 away. Pitch misses, and the count 1-2. Got him swinging. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And we're back.
Leading
now,
off for the
Bernie
Yankees,
Williams.
the right fielder, Bernie.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
There's a strike.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Not only have they already put up a bunch of runs on the board, but they've also made the starter work really hard out there.
The 1-1.
Ball 2. You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
That clips the inside corner for a strike.
Like I said, his pitch count is high, so I got to expect they'll be turning to their bullpen sooner than they had hoped.
And that's off the inside edge. Full count now. Ripped on a line to center. And there's one down.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Jorge Posada. He's already homered here in this one. You gotta make your body make a stand. I gotta have you in my arms again. And that is in for a strike. 0-1.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And that is ball 1. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Back there. That one is gone. That's worth the price of admission. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. It's 6-6. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And next for New York, Jose Ramirez. 0 for 1 so far. On the ground to the left. And that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. And he pulls in with a double for his first hit of the year.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he can handle. Good piece of hitting going the other way with that pitch to beat the shift. You know, not a lot of guys are willing to do that, even with the shift on, because they're looking to pull the ball with authority. But it's a pretty easy hit if you want it.
Ground ball right side. The throw wide at first, and both runners are safe.
The batter, number 2.
Well, I definitely think the speed down the line played a factor on that throw. He had more time than he thought, but as a fielder, the speed of the game and the speed of the runner sometimes can get in your head, and he just rushed it and failed to make a clean throw.
And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. That does it for Freddie Peralta, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. So the Brewers bring out a new pitcher from the pen, Aaron Savali.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Derek Jeter stepping in now for the Yankees. And that one a little bit high.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Hit on the ground might be 2. There's 1. And their second double play of the day will end the 4th. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. And we're all even now at 6 apiece. Back at Yankee Stadium, we go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the DH, Richie Sexson. Sexson, a former All-Star, 28 years old. And he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter.
Some people say that first basemen kind of have the day off regularly because they don't run around a whole lot. But when you think about it, they are involved in just about every single play, and there's a lot of stress that gets put on their legs. So a well-deserved day at the DH spot for him.
Out towards right center field, Williams. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the catcher, William Contreras.
Tied at 6. And here's the catcher, William Contreras. 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the first. Outside low, and that's ball 1.
1-0.
Just missed.
Ball 2.
All tied up here on opening day.
Ball 3.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Go ahead run on base. Next for Milwaukee, Ryan Braun. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. Fouled off down the right side. Contreras leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. 0-2.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
On the ground, 2 ball. To Jeter. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
The right fielder, number 20, Jackson
Chourio. The next to hit is struck out, and he is walked. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. And we're at the top of the 5th. Pitch misses,
1 ball, 1 strike.
and now it's even 1-1. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. Squirts away a little bit. Up the middle. The flip. Nicely done for the out. Brewers strand 1. Score remains tied 6 apiece. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now the DH, Babe Ruth. outside. Ball one.
You know, these Yankees, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on this.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. You can drive a ball like that. More often than not, you're picking up enough. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Gehrig in the box now. Takes strike one. And ball one. Next offering misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. Next offering is in for a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
And now it's filled up. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Didn't miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
Mickey Mantle stepping in now for the Yankees. This guy with light tower power. That one the other way. And that gets down into the gap. They'll throw to third. And he's in there as a run scores on the play.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So runners at the corners, nobody out. And up next for New York, George Brett. 0 for 2 in this one. That one way inside. Runners on the corners, no outs. And a ground ball to first. Off balance feed, there's one. And a run scores on the double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Williams, the next to hit, takes ball 1. In there at the knees, and that's strike 1. Swings and misses, went with the sweeper.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one out to right. And it jumps the wall in foul territory for an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Now here is Jorge Posada. High fly ball down the left field line. Yelich moving back for it. Get out of town. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And they add on. It's 10-6. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Aaron Savali done for the day, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break. Here comes a new arm for the Brewers, Yoel Payamps. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Now it's Jose Ramirez, 1 for 2. In the air, out towards left center. Squeezes it, and that ends the inning.
Now pitching for the
And they make a change to start the sixth. Leading pitcher, Cade Smith.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Up now for Milwaukee, Anthony Volpe. Hot shot to third. Over to first. Now one gone in the top of the sixth.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Here's Yelich at the dish. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game, and before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan, and he said to me, "Hey kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit."
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
So I went to the game. I happened to hit 2. When I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me, he said, "You're trying to put me out of business, aren't you?" And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. So did Super Joe give you 2 suits?
Super Joe hooked me up with 2 suits.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Tapped in front of the plate. In time to Gehrig. Yelich out on the play.
Up next for Milwaukee, the shortstop, Robin.
Next for the Brewers, Robin Yount. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Misses the sweeper.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Not close with that one. Now 1-2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Lined, and that's a base hit. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Cade Smith is done, and he's responsible for the runner on second. So the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Pitching for
Left-hander out of the
York
bullpen,
Yankees,
Billy Wagner.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Next to hit, Paul Molitor. And first offering is fouled off. Yount on at second with 2 down. Popped up right side. Ramirez settles under it. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. Tidy work. Back at Yankee Stadium, bottom of the 6th. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Tony Gwynn. And the first offering, a fastball for a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Aaron Ashby appears to be getting loose. Koenig, the power lefty, up as well. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. And the leadoff man aboard.
The batter, number 2.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Derek Jeter. Jeter taking all the way, and that's a strike. That's off the mark, and it's 1-1.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Runner at first with no outs here. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Throws to first in time. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
The batter, number 3. Designated hitter, Babe.
And now. Oh, here is Babe Ruth. Just off the inside edge. 1 out and a runner at second here in the bottom of the 6th. And another ball.
2 balls, no strike.
That's in for a strike.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
That misses, and the count is 3-1. Man at second. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and the lead is up to 5. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Lou Gehrig. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. And first offering is fouled off. And Gehrig hit cleanup for that famed Murderers Row lineup as the Yankees were rolling off one World Series title after another.
Gehrig hit behind Babe Ruth in those Murderers Row days. They both have tons of power, but their home runs had much different trajectories.
The 0-2. To first, might be 2. Yount for 1. On to first, double play, and that's the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. We're through 6 full. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Top of inning number 7. Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Prince Fielder. First pitch, not close. Wagner, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
And there's a foul ball. Outside low. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
The 2-1. Inside, just missed. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Richie Sexson up now for the Brewers.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
The next offering misses. And the count 1-2.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That's inside. 2-2 now. Good eye in that spot.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
In the air, center field. Gwynn. 2 down.
Now batting, catcher William.
Here's the
Contreras.
catcher, William Contreras.
He is a talented player. His big brother Wilson has voiced that his little brother may end up being better than he is.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Billy Wagner out of the game. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching
Ryan Walker
Yankees,
taking over on the mound.
number 74.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
We got past the not knowing if we had anything in common. It's all game on and we got a good vibe and we're smiling. We got a spark, can't deny it. There's something lighting up here between us you can't miss.
On the inside corner for a strike. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Hunter Gaddis up and throwing. Franco getting cranked up as well. That misses. And 1-1.
1-1.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Ground ball left side. Brett fires over to first. Out number 3. Gone in order are the Brewers. They're down 5. It's 11-6.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back
Brewers.
in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the
Number
7th.
47.
Jared Koenig.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Mickey Mantle digs in now. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Counts 1-0.
Gets the outside corner with that one.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting,
George Brett
third
now at the
baseman,
plate.
George
0 for 3 in this one.
Brett.
And there's a ball.
1-0.
Nobody out. Runner at first.
Ball 2.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. And there's one down.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder, Bernie Williams.
Bernie Williams stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 3. Inside corner, that's a strike. 0-1. Mantle at first, 1 gone. Lifted in the air, right center field. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now. To third, tag, got him.
As a base runner right there, you're making the call yourself. This ball is clearly in front of you, and you've got to know for sure if you're going to be able to make it safely to
Now
third. That time he was wrong. That's a really nice throw. Came in third.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Jorge Posada. And a chance to make some history here, Chris.
Yeah, he's homered 3 times so far, and now he gets another chance. At least we think. We'll see if the pitcher gives him anything to hit. It's so rare to see a 3-homer performance, but even more special for that player to get another chance at the plate to do it again for 4.
Ball 1, no strikes. Just missed.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you, so make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
Ball 3.
Squirts away a little bit. Jose Ramirez up next. Runner at second, 2 down. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Next offering in there for a strike. 3-1. Foul ball. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
So up next, Jose Ramirez. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. First and second, 2 down. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lifted in the air, out to left. And he'll play it on a bounce. The throw in, but it's offline. So back to the top of the order, Tony Gwynn stepping in now for the Yankees. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Braun sizes this one up, and that's the inning. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, you grew up in the Bay Area. Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
Yeah, I love the A's lineup. I mean, guys like Ricky Henderson, Dave Kingman, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you just go on and on. Tony Armas. Just some tremendous rosters back then. And I loved as a kid getting on the BART train, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, pulling up right there to the stadium and then going in and watching the game.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. You also had the pleasure of going over and hitting and taking batting practice at a big leaguer's house. Who was that?
Yeah, Willie McGee, one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Not in
the
neighborhood. Yeah, his folks live right down the street from me, and that's where his batting cage was. I used to look out of my backyard down the hill and just dream of one day maybe being able to go over and hit with them. And that dream became a reality when I was drafted by the San Francisco Giants.
And that one is lifted in the air. Williams snags it. 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Anthony
Volpe up now for the Brewers. And first offering is fouled off. Hammered down the right side, but foul. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next pitch is outside. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Next offering misses down and away. Christian Yelich on deck, already 2 homers in the game.
Huge impact in this one so far, and you know he'd like to make some noise in this inning as well.
Stays alive. Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. This one pretty well decided. Back now in the Bronx. Now it's going to be Derek Jeter. Koenig back to work. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle. Allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Ruth stands in now and watches strike one. Jeter gets his lead at first with nobody out. That one fouled off. Going to count 1 and 2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. The Yanks up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That misses the zone, and it's 2-2. That's down and in. And that is ball 4, and the Yankees are in business. And next for New York, Lou Gehrig.
Well, we've seen this recipe cook up a big inning plenty of times. 2 runners on, nobody out, and they're in the heart of their order. It's just a great opportunity to put up a crooked number.
First and second here, no outs. That one lifted to left. Yelich should have it. Makes the grab, 1 down. So digging in, Mickey Mantle.
Number 7, Mickey Mantle.
Just missed. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Slides, but he can't come up with it. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. Save! In comes the run from second. And they're pulling away up by 7 now. And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Jared Koenig departs, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. So the Brewers bring out a new pitcher from the pen, Aaron Ashby. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. And here is George Brett. And that misses. And that is ball one. And another ball. Pitch misses there. And now 3-0. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
And that'll load the bases.
Well, interesting. He went with the off-speed and walked the hitter. Then you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Bernie Williams getting ready to hit. Ground ball left side, could be two. One at second.
He's out.
Inning ends on their fifth double play of the game. Two men left stranded.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Hunter Gaddis.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low level. Appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strikes.
So coming into the game now on defense. Wilson Contreras. He takes over as the new first baseman. Also into the ball game, Bobby Grish. He's the new third baseman.
Number 14, Bobby Grish.
Yelich leading things off and takes a strike.
That's a ball. One ball, one strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Next for Milwaukee, Robin Yount. 1 for 4 with a double. There's the strike. 95 of that one. The shortstop takes the ball. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Just off the outside corner. Now 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Out towards right center. That's well struck back there. It's a bomb. So he goes the opposite way with that one. It's 13-7. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
One down. Paul Molitor up now for the Brewers. And foul ball. One down, base is empty. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
This one chopped to first. He takes it on his own. Just 1 out remaining for the Brewers.
Up next for Milwaukee, the first baseman, Prince.
So next
Fielder.
it's the Brewers cleanup hitter, Prince Fielder. Climb the ladder with that fastball. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
No ball, 2 strikes.
The Brewers down to their final strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that is the ball game.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark. You're sleeping in your own bed. You're eating your clubhouse manager's food. Everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
A 13-7 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.